about the record number of homes underwater? How about some stats from Dallas Fort Worth? Also, we will go through the economic reports of the week as well as key earnings. That and much more on your daily financial news. Folks, if you don't know who I am, my name is Michael Zuber, author of One Rental at a Time. I've been studying the economy for 30 years, been investing in real estate for 20 plus, and just having a good old time. So thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, comment, become part of the One Rental at a Time family. Folks, let's start off with what happened on Friday. I don't know if any of you were directly impacted, but I'm going to guess that many of you were. Of course, I am referring to the CrowdStrike global outage. According to Microsoft, 8.5 million devices were impacted, and it was very chaotic around the world. It'll be very interesting to see how this breaks down, where we go from here. I did see that Elon Musk quickly deleted CrowdStrike from their networks to keep going. I thought that was very interesting. So if you have a direct impact from Friday, leave a comment. I would love to hear about it. Maybe your work computer, maybe you went to the airport and the lines were nuts. Just curious, how many of you were directly impacted by CrowdStrike? Leave a comment below. Let's talk about some key economic numbers and earnings, and then we will get into the record number of homes underwater. First, we will always talk about the economic numbers. Monday, not really anything that comes out, but boy, will you and I be paying attention on Tuesday. Tuesday, we will get existing home sales. Last month, just so we remember, was down almost 1%, down 0.7. Expectations to be down 2.7%. Remember, folks, I suspect over the next couple of months, we will once again dip below 4 million. And I fear, and I have called, that we will break the low, which currently sits at 3.88. I don't know if it will be this month. It could be the month of July. But yes, folks, unfortunately, we're going lower on transactions. The depression is not over, but this should be the bottom. This should allow for us to build from there. Also on Tuesday, we will get PMI services and manufacturing. We will see what's going on in the economy. Is it growing? Is it shrinking? What is the one I'll be looking for is services. We are mainly a service-based economy, but don't get it twisted. Manufacturing will be important as well. Then on Wednesday, we will get new home sales. New home sales. Is it also taking it on the chin? Again, something that I've said before and will remind you, I believe this entire second half of the year, the consumer, the person that I've studied for 30 years, will pull back. I think they're just fed up. I think they're stressed. I think they're pissed. I think they're confused. And an upset consumer is not going to sign up for big purchases a la homes, perhaps cars, even big remodels. We're just going to sit on our hands and wait for November is my expectations. Also on Wednesday, we will get mortgage applications. What is going on with another week with rates being below 7%? I believe last week we were down purchase, but up on refi. Again, I don't know what to tell you. I do expect the second half of the year to be slow, but as I've always reminded you, you and I, right? You and I here, we're investors. Maybe we're home buyers. We want a slow market. Why do we want a slow market? That's where the motivation is. That's where you find the great deals. That's where you make wealth. That is where we do the work and take advantage of the time. Because again, you want to make your moves in a slow market. It is tough to compete in a hot market. So congratulations. You and I have at least 6 months to cherry pick great deals. Again, do yourself a favor if you're in school, watch the 6-hour masterclass on creative financing. It just opens your mind to what is possible. A lot of you really need to skill up and think creatively. There is no one better than TYLG, we call him Ty, to do that. So make sure you do that in school. Thursday, we will get a read on Q2 GDP. Previous reading was 1.4. There's actually expectation that it will go higher to 1.9. We will be watching, of course, on Thursday, weekly claims. This is an important thing. We've been watching this stair step up for several months now. So again, its last was 243, which set a 6-month high. We will all estimate is 237. Thursday's an important day. But of course, one more number on Thursday, my bad. Durable goods. Durable goods is expected to be negative 0.1. Or I'm sorry, last was negative 0.1. Then we get Friday. We get PCE, the favorite measure of inflation. Excuse me. Expectations, frankly, are for a pretty tame number, whether it be headline or core. Both are expected to come in at 2.5 year on year, with headline being 0.0 month on month and core being 0.1. So again, that is an important number. And then finally on Friday, we will get consumer sentiment. All right, folks, let's jump to this record number of homes underwater. Yes, folks, we currently have a record number of homes underwater. What does underwater mean? Just so we're not confused, that is where the loan balance is above the value of the home, hence underwater. Now for scale and scope, just for reminder's sake, the record number in the last 50 years was 2010. 2010, folks, 23% of homes were underwater. Yes, folks, walk down the street, 1 in 4 homes were underwater. Again, that means where the loan is higher than the value. So how can we have a record today, you ask? Well, it's the record on the other side. A lot of people hear a record number of homes underwater and they assume it's negative. Well, as of today, this is according to Logan from Housing Wire, great follow on X or Twitter. Today, 2024, we have 1.8% of homes underwater. This is the lowest amount ever. Yes, folks, currently, as of today, we have only 1.8% of homes is underwater, and that is a record. Consumers' balance sheets, if you own assets, is generally speaking good. Again, we all know that the path to wealth is through asset ownership, preferably assets that produce cash flow day one. And then, of course, you hold for a decade. Yes, that is what's going on. So shout out Logan for highlighting to all the doomers who are highlighting homes underwater. They are just clueless fools looking to scare you with non-facts and move forward. So again, 1.8% of homes underwater, the lowest ever. Let's talk about some key earnings this week that I will be looking at. We are getting into earnings seasons, right? The big banks were last week. Now we get into the teeth of things. On Monday, I'll be looking at SAP, Zions, and Bancorp. For me, it's never about the big banks. It's about that next tier. I'm going to be looking at Zions Bancorp, because I want to understand what's going on with that. Are they reserving more for bad debt? Are they seeing losses? What's going with interest? All of that. So again, Monday is important. Tuesday, UPS. What is going on with shipping? Tesla. Lots of Tesla fans out there. Alphabet, Capital One, and Enphase. Lots of exciting earnings. I think I'll be looking at UPS to see what's going on with shipping. Wednesday, we will get Ford, Wyndham Hotel, Chipotle, IBM, and ServiceNow. Again, I think I'll be looking at Wyndham Hotel. Again, what's going on with travel, summer travel specifically. Thursday, Southwest and American Airlines. What's going on in the travel sector? Again, we saw in the last, I think, CPI reading where airfare was down 5%. So do we have, is there a race to the bottom? Are there deals coming on travel? And then on Friday, we will get Colgate and 3M. I'll be looking at Colgate. What's going on with name brand versus off-market, right, store brands? I'll be looking there. I got some interesting data on Dallas-Fort Worth. Give me a follow on Twitter or X. You will see me reposting lots of the stats that I reference in the daily financial news. So if you want to see things that I'm reading and people that I follow me on X. It is one rental at a time. In that case, it's the number one not the word, which it is everywhere else. So here we go. Dallas-Fort Worth housing. Inventory. Active listings up 45%. These are year-on-year numbers. Transactions down 11.6%. So again, folks, supply way up, transactions way down. What is happening to price? Well, good thing you asked. Price is down 1.2%. If I was shopping in Dallas-Fort Worth, boy, let me tell you what I would be doing. Again, you've heard me talk about disrespectful offers. I will give you a rough outline of what I would do in Dallas. This applies to any market, this rough outline. So if days on market in Dallas is, let's say, 28. I'm making this up because I don't know. Let's say it's 28 days. I would set a reminder or a search probably at 40 days. I want to be something over the median days on market. Okay? In this case, actual is 28. I set a search at 40. I only want to look at listings that are on the market 40 days. Next up, I would want to see which properties have had a price cut or two. Again, folks, I am of the belief, and I have seen numbers that prove the following. We have a plenty of stale listings. If you have a listing that's on the market 40 days and the average is 28, and you have not taken a price drop, I am going to look at that as a sign that you are not motivated. You will take wish pricing. I wish my house was worth 400 grand. Well, it's not, and your listing will expire or you will pull it off the market shortly. But if I do find listings that have had one and hopefully two price cuts, ding, 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 motivated seller. Those would be the listings that I would be keying on. Next thing I would do when I found those listings is I would try to figure out when the owner bought it. I would try to figure out the debt structure. Now for me, the tool that I use for that is PropStream. I use PropStream. I've talked about it on my channel a lot. There's a discount on some videos if you search PropStream. But I look at PropStream, date of purchase and debt. Now you can look for some of that on Zillow, but you won't really get any information on refis when they may have refinanced. Again, why am I doing this? I'm trying to get a total picture of the opportunity. They've listed it, so they want to sell. They've had multiple price drops, and it's still listed at 40 days. And then I would go in and I would try to figure out where their kind of bottom line might be. And then, of course, I go back to the spreadsheet and figure out what price could I pay to produce a great deal. Now, let's just make up some numbers. Let's say it was listed at 450 and now it's at 425. But for whatever reason, I can't make the numbers cash flow unless I buy it at 360. Okay, again, all of these are an example. This is your job. You are supposed to do the work. I am giving you the mental model that I use. Okay, 450. It's now at 425. I need 360. They bought it a decade ago for 180. What I would do in that example is I would probably write up my first offer at 350. Again, in this example, I do not expect them to take 350. What I expect to happen is either A, they will tell me to F off, or B, they will come down, probably a significant number. And then if they do come down and or counter, I have in my model up to 10 grand that I could go higher. I probably wouldn't go higher 10 grand. I might go higher 5 grand. Again, folks, why am I doing all of this? I only need one deal. I only need one deal. I want to buy from the motivated seller who wants out, who wants to be cashed out, who has other things going on in their life, and they want to sell now. That's who I want to buy from. I want to buy from a don't wanter. They don't want it. So again, that's the mental model I go through all the time in slow markets. Again, if they tell me to F off, what do? Thank you very much. I put it on a reminder and I follow up in 7 to 10 days with the same offer. Or perhaps I might go in at 359 just to be a total jerk. But that's the game we play. It is a numbers game. You do not need all deals. You need one deal. You need one great deal. So, folks, that's what I look for in writing a great offer. Let's talk about school. I want to give a special shout out to Indy. Indy was our 200th student. Indy, thank you very much for joining. Yes, folks, we have 200 folks in our school community. We got a lot more goodness coming for you. Number one, today, Sunday at 3 o'clock, we have our second accountability group. You all know about Frank, old guy REI, running our Wednesday sessions at 6 p.m. Now we have a Sunday group kicking off today. There's a trial run. We're going to run it for 4 weeks and see how many folks join. We really wanted to do this for the East Coast folks because, of course, if you join Frank's thing on the East Coast, it's 9 o'clock when it starts. It's probably midnight when it finishes. So we wanted to give you a group for you on the East Coast. Now is your opportunity to show some support. Join, meet people, introduce yourself. Folks, these accountability groups are meant to be life-changing. You are meant to find friends that are going the same direction. If you want to get six-pack abs, get friends with six-pack abs. You want to have a great relationship, be around people with great relationships. If you want to invest in real estate, get around people investing in real estate. So accountability group, tonight, 3 o'clock, already scheduled. Go to the calendar. Number two, we now have a replay of a accountability group Frank led a couple of weeks ago. So if you want to get a taste of that, see what's in there, see the questions, you can go watch that. Just go to the classroom, scroll to the bottom. You will see a brand new thumbnail with Frank Old Guy REI. That is where we will put all of the replays for accountability groups. And then finally, as a huge thank you, I am personally going to go live 8 a.m. tomorrow, Monday, for something I am just calling Coffee with Zuber. Feel free to bring any questions you want. We can talk economy, real estate, marathon, anything you want. Buying Vegas, whatever you want to talk about. Coffee with Zuber. We will go for an hour. I hope to see you there. Again, folks, the school community is $20 a month. I'm looking to give you hundreds of dollars in value every month. Free education, access to people like Henry Washington, Lance Lambert, and more. Join today. We are now 200 strong. I believe if you are in the group today, please keep posting, commenting, helping each other, motivating. This thing now that we've hit 200, I think is really going to gain momentum. Also, if you want to get in these groups early, now is the time. You want to get a live session with me tomorrow. There might be 15 or 20 people that join. If you want to get your questions answered, now is the time to join so it's not 100 or 200 or 250 people. Because believe me, we will get there. One rental at a time is changing lives. And then lastly, a lot of you are joining just to say thank you. Just to say thank you for all we've been doing these last 5 years. That is so nice of you. That's very touching. My hope is we continue to add value. And my hope is if you really want to show love and support for one rental at a time, just be active in the group. The algorithm already has one rental at a time in the top 900 schools. There's now over 12,000 of them. My goal is to have 1,000 active students and to be in the top 100. That is my goal. That is what I'm working towards. So, hey, I need your help. Join. Let's go. Oh, looks like I got a correction. The estimate time is 3:30 Eastern. 3:30 Eastern today. Wait, what? I don't know. Check the calendar. The time is there. I might have messed up the time because I'm not good with time zones. All right, folks, take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day. Join school. Like, subscribe, comment. Bye.